Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today we're doing a reaction to AMORPHIS, The Death of a King. You guys have seen me enjoying all the various songs I've reacted to up this far. So I'm going to be excited to see what this one's all about, as this one was kind of highly requested by a lot of you guys saying that I would really enjoy this particular song. Before we start the reaction, I actually wanted to give a shout out to Legion of the Damned. I reached out to them when I was doing a reaction for their song to get permission for one of the songs, and they granted the permission. And then a step further, he sent me one of the t-shirts from the band, which was really cool on the house. So I decided to rep the t-shirt today and kind of show some love to Legion of the Damned, as I enjoyed doing reactions to their songs. Now let's get right into the reaction and see what we got here. Right off the bat, I like that beginning. Like a Middle Eastern tune. Wow, I really like that. It has like this Middle Eastern riff and tune on the guitar, and even the drums kind of kicked in with a very different rhythm right off the bat. Something you guys reinforced to me quite a lot is that this band changes so much based on whatever sound they want to create for throughout their career. I want to turn it up. Even the flute in the back, it sounds really good. Wow, this is like surprising. Just, it's nice to see a band who's this versatile in general. I find that interesting that he kind of doesn't use the whole mic stand, and at the same time he doesn't just grab the mic. He wants a specific setup, I guess, to capture his voice a little bit better. And I actually like the fact that despite how creative and interesting the music is, they're quite simple in the way they dress and just come out as who they are, which I like both. I like the more theatrical approaches of Behemoth or Immortal, and I like this approach when guys are more relaxed. What I never liked is once you could feel it's like forced, or it's not really who they are. And then there's like the most outrageous version of it all is like Guar, who is just like, hey, we're gonna just shock people based on like how silly we can be. I really like all the layers, right? There's the guitars, you know, the bass, obviously the drums, the vocals, then they got the flute, then they got the it's just like there's a lot of layers to this song, and then the rhythms they kind of introduced, which I know they're from Finland, so they're not Middle Eastern themselves. I know these guys are from Finland, but they want to have a Middle Eastern themed track. So it's like, I think it's a very ballsy move, and this has to be probably right next to the B. I think the B was my favorite song so far I heard from AMORPHIS, and this is right next to it. Yeah, yeah, I'm digging this. And my opinion, and I'm partially speaking about myself because I've been on both sides of this coin, with a band that likes to delve into such different territory with different albums, you need a fan base who is quite open-minded to take in some of these kinds of changes, because how drastically everything changes. And I've been on the side where I didn't like the changes from bands like Opeth. I'm not personally a fan once they start going to more just like prog rock and more rock roots than the death metal that kind of they had in the beginning. But I'm on board with the changing of bands like Death, going from just pure death metal into more melodic death metal. Some bands I like them to stay the way they are. Some bands I don't. It's like, it's weird. I can't logically explain to you. I don't have a rule for everything. It's just sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it doesn't. And I've heard absolutely different themes and styles in Daughter of Hate, The Bee, and I forgot the last one that I did, The Heart of a Giant, that I did before. They're all drastically different songs, and from what you guys told me throughout their career, that's what they've always been doing, just very different styles of music. So you just have to be, I think, like a fan of music, not necessarily be tied to what their sound is to really enjoy AMORPHIS. That's what it feels like to me. You know, you can almost, I'll let it play out, but you can almost feel like this, if you took away the harsh vocals, it could be like a hard rock song. It dives into like almost a rock territory, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. It's just kind of what they've done with the song. Let's see if there's anything else. This might be. Yeah, and then they kind of have a preview for the interview. The way I see this band is I enjoy watching and listening to their music. And so far, I would say every song I liked. I've enjoyed listening to. It's like Nightwish. I think most songs from Nightwish that I've heard, I've really enjoyed. But there's also like this element I can't really explain where I like it, but I'm also not necessarily jumping out of my seat to listen to their whole discography. I don't know how to explain it. There's certain bands that just kind of they grab you. You have to listen to this. Winter Sun is for me has been like that, and there's a couple other bands you guys recommend. Wolfheart. It's just the sound is exactly what I like, you know. And something like Amorphis, most likely you come back to after checking out some Insomnia, some Wolfheart, like some of the bands that I want, and then you come back when you want just that something else. But as of the moment, I don't think I would personally dive into their whole discography. I want to keep doing reactions to them because I enjoy the music. But yeah, I don't know how to really put a finger on it, because everything from the technical standpoint, from a music writing standpoint, like everything sounds great. But I think just there's like levels to your ear that like, oh my god, I need to hear this right now. I am ready to like do anything to hear this, and then it's like, I can't wait till I hear this. And I'm kind of more on this part with Amorphis as of the moment. Anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Because I know it's kind of a mixed bag of what I've been saying, right? There's like this, I enjoy the band, but I wouldn't listen. It's like it could be very confusing. But I think many time our thoughts can be quite confusing, especially when you don't have time to really write. Like when a reaction is in the moment feelings, and there's a lot of feelings going on. And I think somebody pointed out, I remember I was actually watching an interview with Ginger's Eugene doing a interview with AMP Reacts, and he talked about, I'd rather have somebody a negative emotion than be indifferent. And let me tell you, I'm definitely not indifferent. I'm not even having negative emotions. I think this band is great. It's just I think I have too many already on my list of like, I'm going to get to those first, and I eventually get to the whole Amorphis discography. I think that's how it's going to go. Hopefully, though, if you did enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe down below for more and leave comments. Let me know your thoughts on this band, how you kind of got addicted to this band, and what got you into them. Was it immediate, or was it took you time to get into this band? I'd love to know. For me, it's like 50-50. Some of the bands take me time to get into. Some bands I automatically gravitate towards. I do know that bands that I get into right away, I typically like them more than the ones that take me some time. Typically. There's been ones that break the rule for that, but typically this is how it happens. Anywho, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep it metal.